Alright, so the game didn't crash on me, but something happened with the broadcast. It just stopped automatically. And then, when I tried to actually reload an autosave, it said something about the connection with Ubisoft servers or some crap was basically like not being able to communicate. And then I tried again, and then it loaded it back up. And for some reason, my internet, like the Twitch page and everything, just wouldn't let me type comments in or something. Very, very weird. But yeah. Listen, the damn you PS5 right before the end of the game. Exactly. It's like bloody hell. Couldn't have waited until I ended the stream. Thanks for the welcome back, Not Fry No Gorky. Thank you. Not Fry, you're wondering what the hell happened. You thought your internet took a shit for a second, lol. Yeah, it was very weird. Like, other websites that I tried would still load up and everything, but yeah, for some reason Twitch wouldn't, like it had the loading thing going. It was, Lucinda, yeah, something like that. So I reloaded an autosave when we actually saved Rayhan as well. So some of this will be repeating for people who saw the last part. But yeah, we're literally at the end of the game, not much left, and of course that had to happen. And now the game is made at nighttime. Oh no, Agorki, I never end a stream without doing my outro stuff. So if that happens, it's usually because the game crashed or something else has happened with the internet, like there might be a power outage or there might be home internet down or something like that. But yeah, it was just being weird. The game didn't crash or anything, which is usually the culprit. It was just something to do with the internet. Something with the PlayStation and the streaming software and the game and stuff. Thanks for the welcome back, Mr. Epic. Okay, so the reason this part is so short is because something went wrong with the PlayStation and its connection to the internet.
The temple. Let us finish this. Nothing and no one shall get in my way. Not now, not when I am this close. It will take more than you to stop me.
Need to refill throwing knives. Because when I loaded up the autosave, it was before I went and got some more. Yeah, I did, Mr. Epic, yeah. Apparently it's tied to a case that happened... A case that happened with three people who used to work for Ubisoft. And the head of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot, he has to go now and go there, but I don't think it's something that he has done himself, necessarily. But I haven't really looked into the whole thing, but maybe they need to get his testimony or something about stuff. Out of ammo. Look, I'll just deal with whatever. I've already wasted enough time with this game. Especially with what happened with the friggin' PlayStation's internet connection.
More of them ahead. Suffice to say, I am on the right path.
There's some knives and stuff here anyway. Oh yeah, Octavius. That's definitely no worries at all, Octavius. Yeah, no, that's okay. Thank you so much for being here, Octavius. I hope that you have a good rest of your day and good rest of your weekend as well. And thank you for the 100 bits as well too. That was really cool. Thank you very, very much. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the stream. Sorry again for the accidental spoil. You said out loud what you heard in game. See ya. That's no trouble at all, Octavius, for sure. Yeah, that's no worries.
We should not be here.
Wait, what?
Our orders were to secure the temple, not to enter it. I know. Damn the orders! You saw what we fought for to get here. The money we've lost. You think we will gain anything once our masters acquire what they need? You think we will be rewarded? Of course not. Whatever it is they want in here, it must be worth a fortune. Think of all the land you could buy, and the servants!
Will you both shut up? Just find it quickly. We will all think a lot more clearly without you two bickering like a pair of idiots.
I really hate how they make it look like you can fucking grab and jump to those fucking things.
What? Hey! Hold on!
Going to cut you wide open. Yes! You see? Isn't this?
Now to see if I can achieve what these intruders could not. What magic is this? Wait, I know this symbol.
I warned you what would happen. Last chance. Very well.
So it has come to this. Killing each other. Is this your idea of a brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is unified. There is no place for those who would set themselves above it.
Is that what you think I am doing?
Wake up, Basim. You walk the Order's path. The very people you swore to fight against. You're fulfilling their mission. Endangering the very thing you swore to defend. Free will.
And where is mine? How can I champion something denied to me? Your creed is flawed! Take out her arm. Take out her blade. Yeah. Take out the... Last chance. I trusted you! I gave you everything I had, and you lied to me! You knew! Since the night we fled unbarred, you knew my truth.
I only feared what it could spell. But I set my worries aside. I had to. You were a better young man. Broken and alone. Desperate for guidance. Wanting to do good.
I am still here!
Hey, it is what it is, love. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it was the enabling culture of sexual harassment. Really, really messed up stuff, because I read a little bit about what one of the people had done.
I trusted you! I gave you everything I had, and you lied to me! You knew! Since the night we fled unbarred, you knew my truth.
I only feared what it could spell. But I set my worries aside. I had to. You were a better young man. Broken and alone. Desperate for guidance. Wanting to do good.
I am still here! Yield. Yield.
Basim. Leave her. Come.
I never wanted this. But I need to know.
I do not want to lose you. To what you may find in there. You do not have to look to the past to know who you are. Who you can be. You can choose, Basim. Put your faith in me.
I tried. And in the end, you thought it best to control me. No different than our enemies.
Basim. Over here. I know what this is.
The key.
She will follow.
No, she cannot. You saw it yourself.
Memory discs, like the one that Ezio uses to experience memories of Altair. Crooked, Basim, kind of wish that Darby would have written this story. You know he assisted, but as far as you know, he does on many current AC projects. Yeah, like I understand when Basim is like, your creed is flawed and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, you could say that maybe it's because it's the Loki side of him becoming stronger that he feels that way or whatnot. Um, but yeah, there's definitely some things that are a bit kind of like um, weakly kind of connected and all that kind of stuff. Like if there was things early in the story, and that's why I feel like they probably should have just ignored if anyone hadn't played Valhalla before. Um, so if they do a sequel, hopefully they do that approach where they lay everything out on the table straight away. Whereas in this game, they had to hold it to their chest a little bit and all that kind of stuff. But it's almost like a really, really quick change in Basim. Like there wasn't a build up to the change. It was just basically, a big switch right at the end of the game's story. It did in Mita, yeah. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, the game didn't crash, but there was something wrong with the connection of the PlayStation to the game and the Ubisoft servers. And yeah, it just ended the stream. Hey there, Adam. How's things going? Amita, yeah, I mean, did the stream crash before? Because you see 13 minutes live. It did, yeah, unfortunately. It's annoying when it happens. Like, I don't mind if it happens when I'm, a few hours into a stream, but when I'm literally right at the end. Not right, not gonna lie, Roshan put the work on you a couple of times before you beat her, lol. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and plus, since I can't have upgrades as well, it doesn't take long for Basim to get killed. Mr. Epic watched a video yesterday from Saints Row YouTube he watched for years because you're a big Saints Row fan back when it was still good. Anyway, his NDA was up and started talking about what happened with the reboot. Comes down to this, for years they were making the game the fans wanted, but then the studio got bought by THQ and they didn't like the story and tried multiple times with other stories until we got that cringe mess of a game. So thanks THQ. Yeah, that can be unfortunate too when there's like a new guard that takes over for a franchise and they of course want to do their own things as well. It is what it is. Love an out of touch exec team. Oh yeah, and the same can happen for like movies and stuff, where a movie can be set up, but if something happens and the rights get bought out or whatnot, then someone else can come in and be like, right, no, scratching all this. In Mita, ancient CDs from the old kingdom. Exactly, in Mita. Look, it is tricky because Nahal is supposed to represent Loki, and she doesn't really seem to care for Roshan too much there, just with getting into the temple. Exactly, Crooked. Yeah, that's the thing too, as well. I think it would have been better if they used some of the after assassination cutscenes, because some of them feel a bit repetitive, and they're not really adding anything new. So I think they should have been used to do something. Like, even if it was dialogue that Basim says that's not actually him saying it, but it's actually Loki saying it, and maybe have him snap out of it and be like, "What?" you know, or something like that. There should have been some extra things. Listen, I can't remember if you asked, did this game have difficulties to choose? It did, yeah. I think only 3 difficulties though. They call them something else, but basically easy, medium, and hard.
Whatever lies within carries grave importance. For the hidden ones, for the Order of the Ancients. For me, what have we walked into? Where has my path brought us?
You do not want to know why anyone was brought to this place.
Yeah, and Mita, and look a lot like CDs. Yeah, there's actually some memory disks that Juno purposefully destroyed or threw down a chasm in the temple that you go to in Assassin's Creed 3. If you read one of the emails that you get later in the game, you can read about how Juno did that. So it's always made me wonder what actually were on those memory disks. Was it actually the truth of what went on during their time period? And she didn't want Desmond to find it because it might have changed his mind about his decision later on. You know, I always wonder about that.
Are my eyes deceiving me? Are you seeing this? Nihal?
I am. I am here.
Wherever we are, it was built long ago. To serve what purpose, I do not know.
I do.
How?
I do not know.
Nihal, you are worrying me.
Monsieur, because of that, the whole studio got shelved, employees sent to the Borderlands dev team, and now we will never get a new Saints Row. There'll be another IP holder that does nothing with it. Yeah, and then who knows if they'll sell it later on as well, and what will happen. I mean, it might have been something Juno didn't want Desmond to know. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, it could have been something that might have changed his mind, ultimately, at the end. It might have been a truth about what actually was going on, and I've always suspected that what Juno said would happen and what Minerva believed would also happen doesn't necessarily mean that's what would have happened. Things could have ended actually differently.
Nihal, look in here. Nihal, please, talk to me.
No!
Crooked Paw Nihal. Yeah, the part of Basim that's Loki that is having PTSD from being, you know, tortured and imprisoned.
I know this place. Nihal? It cannot be. Why do I know this?
This is part of your reality, Basim. I am a part of your reality too. I will walk behind every step of the way. It was your idea to steal from the palace. Enough! Let me out of here!
How? What are you?
Look! See for yourself!
Restos! Laibur Sarhasi!
Stalos!
That is... Show yourself! You dare to hide from me now? After all you have put me through! Where are you? The Jinni in my dreams. The figure from these visions. They are one and the same. Is this what I have been seeing? The memories of a life long ago? Are they mine? Is that why the Jinni feels so real? My tormentor. The source of all that ails me. If this is so, then I must face you. No. Why am I seeing this? This space. As I move through it, I see nothing but the memories that stir my soul. In these moments of adversity is when I felt the Jinni nearest. That unrelenting fear, paralyzing me in my weakest state. I never understood what it was born of, or why it haunted me so. But I am beginning to remember. I am in a cold cell, begging for it all to stop. Who I once was may seek retribution. But if I am to move beyond this pain, then what I want is peace. It is time to put an end to this. The cell. My cell. I am nearly there. No going back. The Jinni. I can hear it. I know you now. I see you for what you are. A crippling memory from a past life. And that is where you will remain. It is over.
No, Basim. It is only the beginning. For us. For what lies ahead. A deeper understanding of the world we left behind. And our place in it.
All my life I wrestled with who I was. Who I was meant to be. And there you were. All this time. The side of me I resisted. A reflection of who we once were.
Of who we shall be once more. There is so much that awaits us. A new world. Let me show you.
I will never see you again, will I? Will I be alone?
You are never alone.
How long has it been?
It is done. You made your choice. Now, I make mine.
وداعا روشان بنت الأحد. It was an honor. Come, Basim. We have much to discuss.
That we do, Mentor. This memory I buried of this place, this prison, the torture I suffered here, it festered for years. In darkness and dreams, masked as a jinni, to haunt me and hollow me, until it consumed my waking life. But I have faced my past, my pain, embraced it. I shed my skin once, in another time, another place. But I am whole again. I remember. And as for those who thought to bind me, should any of them still walk the earth, I so look forward to our reunion. But until that day, a new world awaits.
Sorry, chat. I'll catch up now. And meet another question is who trapped Loki here? Yeah, I mean it's definitely something that I could see Odin having done as well. Um, but the implication, of course, is that the location where Basim, where Loki gets put into prison, is obviously in the part of the world that relates to where Baghdad is. Where Alamut is. I mean, um, so it would have been a location that he was sent away to. So it wouldn't have been like where the Norse Isu actually were, if that makes sense. The prison would have been a different region as well. Kroger, do you like how Basim is concerned about Nahal being in the machine and not so much by the machine itself? Yeah, that's true as well. Like the amazement at seeing this like technology that, is just very, very, distinctive. But I guess at the same time, he's already had a little bit of a taste of that, but not to the same extent with that thing that Fazil had as well. But yeah, it's just like, yep, Nofra, this part is pretty cool. Yeah, I like the visuals a lot in that section and all the lighting and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Firefox Creeper, welcome on in. Basim. Basim back in Mirage's time. Yeah, Lucinda, it's a bit like that. Looking around. Got good the music in this part. It's really good, dude, for sure. Yeah, the whole soundtrack is great. Firefox, welcome to Jin Town, population Jin. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of the genie. It's an interesting sort of thing as well. I like how they kind of use it. And Mitra, it's you, Basim. I mean Loki. That is true. That is him. Firefox, you can see Hexa leaning towards this type of stuff. Wispy silhouettes. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I definitely expect a lot of visuals of that kind of thing. A lot of surrealism. That's something that I think this series does well. There's a lot of really good surreal sequences in the previous games as well. Yeah, and Mita, this part reminds you of Plague Tale Requiem. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see the similarities. Not Fry, you can't wait to try Plague Tale Requiem. You're like 80% done with Innocence. Oh, that's good that you're almost through a Plague Tale Innocence, Not Fry. Yeah, definitely be interested to see what you think about those games once you've finished. Not Fry Hugo is meh, laugh Marsov. King Hugo. Crooked, what about Amicia? Not Fry, I think they're both okay. Yeah, Imita, it's funny how Eivor is able to resist Odin and become better, whereas Basim completely embraces Loki. Could be due to the fact that Basim it's mischievous at heart. That is true, and I mean we also see in this game that he has wanted to know the truth behind stuff, and now that he finally does, he wants to embrace his past. You know, which is in direct opposition to what Roshan wanted him to do, which was to forget his past because she wanted to try and instill in Basim what she had for herself, which was she doesn't think about the past anymore. You know, Firefox Nahal, aka Loki. Crooked, it's a cool detail that Nahal doesn't appear before her jailer disappeared. That is a good detail for sure, Crooked, yeah. It's interesting the timing of stuff like that with narrative and things. A lot of symbolic stuff can be done like that way too. Hey there, Arthuri. Hello again. You must go away before now. You'll be back with work I have to do. That's okay, Arthuri. No worries at all. Thank you so much for the GGs as well. I hope that work goes well. And Mita, you really like Rayhan's outfit. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I think in this game you can unlock it, or it might be something to do with the DLC. Yeah, not Fry, the scratch that he gets on his face. Yeah, and Kidu doesn't recognize him as Basim anymore. That's a really cool detail that they have. Crooked, thank you for the GGs. Thank you, Seni. In Mita and Arthuria Notfry and Lucinda and Ogorki, thank you so very much for the GGs. Thank you. That's right, Notfry and Lucinda. We've got, well, he's not old, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but that'll be the next game in the series that I'll be doing. Will be Valhalla. I want to do it in timeline order this time around. Arthuri, Mirage Sounds and music was great. Not best, but one of the best top three all AC songs. Yeah, there's really a lot of great music in this game. They did a great job with the soundtrack. Covered in honor of Russell Lees, rest in peace. He was the writer of example The Murder Mysteries of Unity and Syndicate. He was even in charge of the Siwa and Alexandria stories. Oh, that is cool that he contributed to the series with those. Yeah, because I don't think I saw the because I think didn't Access the Animus do something to pay tribute to him as well, I think. In Me Too, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, you know, so they sort of layer it in with a lot of stuff as well. But it's the whole thing, isn't it? Where like for Eivor, it's wanting to not follow the path. That's why when I play Valhalla, I always like to make the choices that go in the opposite of what Odin wants. But the problem is, unfortunately, with the final chapter that they did with Eivor, they undermine and really make pointless what happened with Odin because he just appears again. It's just like, no. Firefox, you love that it's basically just Prince of Persia. You wonder where exactly the DLC lines up in the story. Nahal is still around, so... Well, Nahal's not around anymore, Firefox. Unless the DLC isn't after the main story is finished, of course. Not Fry crazy, this game took 4 streams compared to Odyssey's like 20 parts. I mean, it would have been 3 if the internet for the PlayStation and the game connection didn't sever. But yeah, it's definitely better than like the 15 streams of Odyssey. Crooked, that could be, yeah. It was about 4 years ago that he passed, and he contributed quite a bit in the series, so it would make sense for Access the Animus' enjoyers of the writing to know of him. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, they really do a great job with their deep dives on the stuff that they do. Not right. Oh right, yeah, basically 3 streams. That is so true. Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking about it the whole stream, and I think what I'm going to do for my Tuesday stream is actually have a break. So I won't be having any streams on Tuesday this week. Um, so the plan is to do Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'll be starting that playthrough on Saturday. And what I'm doing is what I'm calling a Viking combat playthrough. And I'm going to spell it in a certain way that references a certain fighting game franchise because that's kind of what I'm trying to go for with it. So yeah, I'll be doing a Viking combat with a K playthrough for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which basically means I have to use hand-to-hand combat when fighting enemies. I can knock out enemies and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a playthrough like that. So we're really going to be busting heads with fists and things. I won't be able to assassinate targets, but if they're a main target that has to be killed, obviously. But yeah, it'll be fists and feet, kicking and all that kind of stuff. Crooked, I hope you enjoy your break, Sunny, before you break enemies' backs in Valhalla. Thank you, Crooked. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't want to start Valhalla tomorrow because it's a split stream day. And I was like, nah, I'll take Tuesday off streaming this week. But the next stream that you'll see from me will be my Wednesday stream, which will be Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness. I'll be finishing that game off. And then on Thursday, I'll be doing an extra stream of Until Dawn, the original, and then Friday, the normal scheduled one. And so the next Assassin's Creed stream won't be till Saturday. So I'll update the schedule to reflect that. It is Valhalla. But yeah, there won't be a Tuesday stream this week, but there will be next week, though, as well. Thank you, Arthur. I definitely will enjoy the break for sure. Not Friday. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be fun. There's probably going to be some frustrating parts because I'm also starting from scratch as well. So it won't be, well, there's no New Game Plus for the game, but I have my own New Game Plus where I've already got a save in England at the start of the England chapter. And I've synchronized all the viewpoints to use as like a jumping pad save file for a New Game Plus. But for this playthrough coming up of Viking combat, it'll be starting from power level 0, working my way up as well. Yeah, not Fry. It is going to be interesting. Definitely will be a challenge in a lot of different parts as well, especially like at the start with Kjotve and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I can level up and things, so I'm allowed to do that. It's not like I can't, spend as much time in Norway and, get things and all that kind of stuff. Firefox, no hammer. That is true. Yes, no hammer. Yep, no hammer and no spears and no weapons like that. Notfry, definitely earned yourself a break. Thank you, Notfry. Yeah, especially after so many streams of Odyssey and also 8 to 9.5 hour streams as well. So it'll be good. And thank you, Mitra. I definitely will enjoy the break of having Tuesday off for sure. Krogan Valhalla has quite a few unarmed animations, so at least it won't get stale too quickly. There's even non-lethal stealth takedowns. Yeah, that's a good point too, as well. That it won't be like a no upgrades playthrough, because I can actually get skills too in terms of increase light attack damage and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be it'll be a little bit of a challenge, but also a bit of a focus as well. I just want to thank everyone so much for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. We're going to go and raid out to Zamaxi. He's doing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I just want to thank everyone for watching. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your day. Before we raid out, though, I'd like to give some shout outs to some streamers I'd like to recommend. Thank you, Nofra. I definitely will have a good day and break as well. Thank you very much. See you for next stream. Absolutely not Fry. Yeah, Wednesday will be the next stream, so it'd be good to get a stream day off. Would like to highly recommend people check out Enmita, who's doing his first ever playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. I'm in a Bearsuit, who's doing his first full playthrough of Resident Evil 1 Remake. Crocodiles, who's doing a playthrough of a game called Hellish Court. It's a one-on-one sword dueling, but also slash fighting game as well, which look quite interesting. It goes for a little bit more of a quote-unquote realistic approach with sword play as well. He's doing that as part of a historical order run, where he's doing all these different games across different time periods in timeline order. Lucinda is doing, well, she finished actually her playthrough of The Altars. She's also a big fan of Resident Evil and Dying Light, and will be doing the Dying Light the Beast game when that comes out. Shilalock has been doing his first playthrough of The Last of Us Part 2. He's been doing the remastered version, getting all the achievements, and Shaky, who has been doing Fallout New Vegas. That's okay, Sheila, and Mita for the shout out, dude. Absolutely no worries at all, dude. And Senny, same to you as well, Crooked. No problem at all for the shout out. Now, Fry, you're also playing Cyberpunk. It's been pretty good so far. Oh, that is really cool. I definitely want to play that game eventually, within the next 5 years. Listen, that's absolutely no trouble at all for the shout out either. No worries. You have a poll in your Discord to find out what to play between now and September 19. Oh, very nice, Lucinda. That's cool. What I'll do is I might actually... Let's have a look. Polls. Oh, there we go. So it'll either be a Dishonored 2 or collectibles, then no powers playthrough speedrun, or Dying Light 1 on normal New Game Plus playthrough, story only, leading up to Dying Light the Beast. Nice. We played on weekdays as well. That's cool, Lucinda, yeah. Be interesting to see what gets chosen. Dishonored 2's in the lead at the moment, I can see. Yeah, not right. It's a bit like that. There's so many games too where I'm like, man, I really want to play this. I need to get to it, need to schedule it in. Then there's games that I haven't played for years where I'm like, I really feel like playing this game now as well. Here's a general raid message that everyone can feel free to copy and paste. I'll also put one in chat for subscribers as well. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your day or night, whichever the case may be. There won't be a Tuesday stream this week, but the next stream that you'll see from me will be my Wednesday stream of Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness, and the next Assassin's Creed stream will be Valhalla on Saturday. We'll see how Maxi is doing with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Catch you in the next one.